Hello, friends. Welcome to a new week, mid-December. Let's see what's in store for today. Just to let you know, in case you didn't know, today we are experiencing a solar eclipse. So energies are real high, lots of good energy for manifesting, releasing a lot of those things that we do not need anymore to start anew. All right, so it's going to hit that reset button today. All right, so let's see what's in store for this week. As angels pulled some different decks, 3 different decks. So let's see what's in store. 3 different decks, 3 different cards, 9 total. Let's see what's in store. First deck is Angel Therapy. All right, so first card is, have you asked your angels for help with this? So there's something on your mind, something you're contemplating, something that you either need to make a decision about. You're still in that contemplative mode. And so this is about asking for help, asking your angels for guidance, asking them if they can bring you clarity on something that you may need and or are contemplating about. At the end of the day, you are holding on to this light. Okay, so that light is that light inside of you, that light that shines bright for the things that you want, those huge desires that you're wanting to bring forth into your life. And that light is shining bright. Sometimes we need help understanding it. Sometimes we need help uncovering the layers of things that we've kind of added onto it. So this is definitely a message of ask for help, ask your angel for help, ask for clarity, ask for some kind of a sign if you're looking for a sign. All right. Okay, second card. I actually knew this was going to come. I knew this was going to come out. I envisioned this one actually before it came out. Third eye chakra. So third eye chakra is all about your intuition, right? So it's in your pineal gland, and oftentimes it gets calcified with fluoride. So something to take into consideration right now. Our third eye is trying to open. It is starting to open. You might feel a little tingle. I do from time to time. I'll feel little tingles, especially when I meditate, or especially when I am really focused on grounding. That's when I feel the little tingle. So for you, it might also mean that that's something that's opening up for you. Third eye is all about seeing without seeing physically, right? So when you see things, when you, some people can visualize things happening, right? I visualize this card coming forth. I play with the universe that way, and you can too, right? So it's about knowing that things are going to come to light that we're going to see very differently. Okay, so it's about being open to seeing things that were hidden before, things that are coming to light, and being open to understanding them, to receiving them, and to accepting them. Okay. And oftentimes that third eye can, we can get visions, right? There's people who are clairvoyant, there's people who are clairaudient. So sometimes we hear things, sometimes we taste things, right? Smell. There's so many different ways to really understand your intuition, but oftentimes they'll come through visions, or they'll come through a different just knowing. Oftentimes that can be in dreams as well. Okay, so third card is Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the archangel of healing, of any kind of health related issues. You call on Archangel Raphael, and he comes and helps. So there is, let's see, there's something that I'm gonna, we'll see at the end how this kind of plays out. But right now there's something that is asking for your attention, or something needs to heal, something needs to change. It could be physically, it could be emotionally, spiritually, where we want to, you might not know which direction to go, you might not know which step to take next, but it is really about asking your angels to help you figure this out, and B, understanding that you might be getting messages and signs through your dreams, through your intuition. So really checking in with that, checking in with yourself about this. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so next deck is Life Purpose cards. So let's see what's in store here. Interesting. All right, first card is Strength. So everything that you've kind of come come across in your life has brought you to this moment of strength, has brought you to understand your own strength internally. So kind of, take a moment and really understand that everything that you've um everything that you've been through has just kind of deepened your knowingness about you and about your strength and about what you actually can um what you can overcome versus not. And so oftentimes, we get lessons with really challenging situations. And oftentimes we don't know if we're able to handle certain things, right? They might seem really difficult, but oftentimes when we do come out of it, we do recognize our strength and we do recognize that, hey, I was able to do this. I had no idea I could, but now I do. All right. Second card is light and love. All right. So part of that too is understanding that your life purpose here on earth is to bring light. Your life purpose is to bring love. Okay, so those are really, really high vibrating frequencies. Okay, and it goes hand in hand with that strength. Oftentimes we need strength to create boundaries. We need strength to keep going when we know things are difficult and challenging, but we go forth anyway, right? And we go forth because we know that we are the light. Especially during those dark times, those hard, difficult times, we have no idea how we're going to get out of these things, but we bring the light, right? And we do things with love and we hold space for love and light in our lives. And that's why oftentimes, when we do encounter difficult situations, it can be that moment where we notice there's a switch. There's a switch because we remember our light, we remember our love, and then we overcome. Okay, and then bring about that strength. Okay, third card is writing. All right, so when it comes to writing, this card in particular, I feel like there's some like journaling, kind of releasing that needs to be done. So anytime this when you're feeling kind of heavy or in this kind of dark space of learning, that's normally when we're learning, is when we have these dark moments, this kind of like these difficult moments. It is about bringing forth and remembering you are light, you are love, you can overcome anything. And part of that comes with writing, right? Sometimes it is easier to write things down and say, like, this is what I'm going through, right? This is what's happening. This is how I overcame, right? So journaling is often another way to release and bring about that awareness of knowing that, yes, when we go through difficult times, there is a way out. Okay, it doesn't stay forever. And we have to, not have to, but it is important that we recognize those moments and really say and get it out of our system, out of our energy by writing it down. Okay. I feel like for somebody else watching, it is about writing. I don't know if somebody wants to write as a profession, but when someone writes, it could be a book, it could be a poem, it could be anything that you write down. Your words that we write down are energy. All words are energy. So when you write down words that are creating or that have energy, it's about knowing that you can transform other people's lives by writing. So that might mean, again, writing a letter, writing a book, writing a card, writing a poem. I don't know, whatever that is for you, that has some kind of form of writing is going to be really transforming. It's going to bring about light and love to the world. So if that's something that you're really interested in and you have a pulling to do that, definitely go forth and do it. I know a lot of the spiritual teachers that I follow have all written their books based off of moments of like darkness or quite the opposite, right? So we have the Eckhart Tolle who went through his moment of transformation when he was in pure darkness, right? And so now he was able to really change that and transform that, and he wrote about it. Okay. You know, amazing Dolores Cannon, huge fan of hers, right? She wrote all these books based off of her transformation of in doing regressions for people, right? So that in itself, you know, she passed on a couple of years ago, but it's still something that remains intact, and that still, you know, we can read it 50 years from now and it's still going to hold value, right? So it's about what can you write that's going to transform you and transform other people. Abraham Hicks, another one, right? So Esther Hicks and at the time Jerry Hicks, you know, they meditated, and she would wake up. Esther would wake up in the middle of the night and just start writing because spirit would move through her, right? And so she was able to actually write things down, or type things down back in the day, and it became a book. It's what we have now, right? Now a lot of people know Abraham Hicks, and if you don't, go check it out. It's phenomenal. Okay, something's really interesting happening right now. So third deck is Spirit Messages. I cannot make this stuff up, you guys. Again, the Strength card. Insane. I love it when this stuff happens. Okay, so yeah, it's about, you know, acknowledging that you've come a long way, right? It's really understanding that you're stronger than what you maybe have been led to believe before. You're stronger than what you thought was even possible, right? And so it's taking a moment to really understand and kind of look back, right? And reflect like, hey, I've been through some shit, right? Like I've been through some stuff, and now I have the strength, and now I know that I've had the strength to be able to get what I've always wanted, or to get past these really difficult times and challenges. But I know that they're lessons now, right? And now that's how I live my life, right? These lessons that we learn is a very integral part of our lives, of how we live things, right? So yeah, I know that difficult times suck, right, when you're in it, right? But there's still some moment of clarity and of that light that says, hey, I know that you're going through shit. You're never alone. We're always with you, right? Your angels are always protecting you. Guides are always protecting you, because they want you to learn these lessons, and they want you to understand how strong you are emotionally, physically, mentally, right? So take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. All right, third deck, second card is to study. All right, so maybe it's time to go back and really question, what do I have to study right now? What is something that I've always wanted to learn, and you know, before didn't have time or didn't see where I had possibly the time to do it, but now it's saying, hey, it's time to really take a moment to grow. It's a moment to really expand your mind, right? We have just finishing up book club, and that book, if you have not read it, it is 550 something pages, 559. If you have not read it, go ahead and pick up any kind of Dolores Cannon book. You will not be disappointed. That definitely will expand your mind. And of course, book club is coming up next month. I haven't picked a book yet, but you know, I'm all about growing all the time, growth, right? Expansion. How are we going to be better month by month, day by day? Okay, so time to study. Whatever that thing is that you've always wanted to do, go ahead and do it. Now is the time. All right, and we are closing off this reading with this beautiful card that just reminds us of our ancestors, ancestral wisdom. Okay, so it's saying that you you're going forth, right? You're coming forth in strength, in power, in love and light, in knowledge and expansion and growth, right? Because of your ancestors help to be able to get you here, and or spiritually they're still helping you out. So whether you acknowledge it or not, it is still always happening. Our ancestors are always with us, whether we acknowledge them or not. So it's saying, yeah, we're still guiding you. We're still here for you. You're going to get those intuitive third eye moments, intuitive hits. That's all ancestors, right? It could be ancestors, spirit guides, etc. But it's all connected. They're all connected. They're all here to help us out. Okay, and that goes back to that first card. Have you asked your angels for help in whatever kind of situation that you've been contemplating, thinking about? Right? Have you talked to your grandma who passed away, or great grandma who passed away, and you had a great conversation with her? These are still people that are with us. We might not physically be with them, but energetically they're still always going to be with us, right? So how do we reach out to them? How do we acknowledge that they are there, that they are trying to help us, that they do send us hints, right? They do send us signs often, intuitive hits, right? Maybe you want to write about that, about how your ancestors have influenced you and where you are now. Maybe it's about studying and really looking at your family history. Maybe that's something that you're interested in, right? But it is all connected. All right, so in conclusion, really interesting. I don't know if I've ever had a reading like this before. And I've done a lot of readings, but I feel like this is definitely kind of different, a different vibe. I feel a different vibe with this one. Okay. So, it feels like there's something that you are overcoming, something that is challenging you or reminding you of your strength. When oftentimes you might feel like you don't have any, this is the message that says you actually have double strength. Not once, literally not once, but twice. Okay. So strength came up twice. You are overcoming a lot of obstacles. Okay. So remember to keep going forward. You know how to protect yourself. You know how to detour if you need to. You know how to navigate these difficult times. And it is about acknowledging your strength. You've been through a lot of difficult stuff, but it's acknowledging, yes, I've been through that. Now I'm here. I'm safe, but I'm still in the process of healing. Okay, so with this healing comes Archangel Raphael. Call on Archangel Raphael for any healing that needs to be done mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Okay, ask for Archangel Raphael, call on him, energetically, him. Okay, because when you call on him or you call on your ancestors, you call on your angels to help you out, they will help you out. They will help you out. They will remind you of your strength whenever you have difficulty with that. And or if you are wanting signs, they will help you with that too. Okay, so this is still a time of learning, right? So there's still some stuff that needs to be learned, that you still need to learn. So take time to study, take time to write down, go inward, right? Go inward, but find a way to extend that on a physical level. All right, so you'll be getting intuition, you'll be getting intuitive hits about what that looks like. And at the end of the day, no matter what happens, no matter what kind of challenges that we face, it is always about bringing about light to the world And it is all about bringing love to the world. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Okay, because that's everything. So I see writing, I see studying. So whatever writing looks like for you, whether it's journaling, getting that stuff out, really diving into and expressing yourself in that way. Write a book, write a poem, and study. Find something new for you to learn this week. All right, y'all. That was really interesting reading. I hope this resonated with somebody. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this will play out during the week. And yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's something that went on for you, that's going on for you. You can always email me. You can always DM me on Insta. You can write me an email, whatever you want. Just let me know. You can comment it too. But I'm curious. And I'll see how this applies to my week too. All right, everyone. Have a very safe week. Take it easy out there. And of course, stay warm. I'm in San Francisco. It's a little cold, but nonetheless, stay warm, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all next week.